Hello there and welcome to Sacred Symposium. My name is Karen and I am a channel for spirit. This is part of my YouTube where I do a channeling. I'm just going to light some Palo Santo like I did with my tarot reading, which is now up. For today I was travelling back to the UK yesterday, so there was no Tuesday tarot, but I have done a Wednesday Wisdom tarot for you. I'm just going to clear the energy. I hope you're all well. Let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you're all good. Give me a wave if you're not sure. And give me a heart if you're feeling the joy. There's definitely a lot going on in the world right now. The tarot reading was very much more personal, I believe. That's lovely. Just clear the energy, bring in some fresh energy and someone who wants to speak. Yeah, there's a lot happening in the world. And Sacred Symposium is part of my YouTube where I just do a channel from spirit. So part of me even feels right now, because I haven't really tuned in spiritually all week, because I was very much doing other things. I was watching a rally, I was out and about a lot. I didn't have much time for that internal gaze, and I've missed it so much. So sometimes when you're out of your own environment and you don't have all your supports or space or time, and I know it's impossible for some people, you don't have the gap in your life, you don't have this space, you've never wanted to actually just sit in the quiet, because a lot of people start to hear their thoughts and then they start to think, oh no, I don't want to deal with my thoughts, let's get back to the world. But it's actually really helpful in understanding yourself and in helping you know how you're thinking and how that then affects your mood, affects who you are. We have this critical self that, will constantly be rolling unless we recognize it and find ways to deal with it. And you can do that by putting new thoughts in your mind, by meditating, by affirmations, by reading certain things, by watching certain informative pieces of information. So there's a lot going on. As you can see, my little canvas here. I've got a blanket canvas, got another one in the kitchen, just waiting to do some artwork. I haven't done artwork in a while, and I'm itching to do it. This is one of my favorite paintings here. I kind of did it for me. It's an abundance painting, and there's a lot of gold, metallic gold in there, and in certain light, and the metallic turquoise as well, and in certain light it just shines, so it kind of pops out from the canvas. So it's one of my most favorites, and there's a lot of galactic information in there and light language and stuff as well. Why am I talking about that? Just ways of upgrading your energy, ways of raising your energy and becoming conscious of when our energy is low, how we're feeling, that introspection, and then how to raise it. A little bit of that kind of came up at the end of the tarot reading today. So Sacred Symposium is a channeling. It can be mediumship sometimes, but like I said, I wasn't sure if I'm going to share this, but I just feel like I want to allow spirit to come in and speak, because I get a whole rejuvenation by doing it, and I want that connection, I want that rejuvenation. I want to have that communication. It's a relationship you're building, and it's almost like you have a hunger for it, or it's like you didn't brush your teeth in the morning. It's like, oh, what about, I need to connect, because you don't feel right, because it is very much a huge part of my life now. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. So let's just tune in, and I'm not feeling any strong spiritual energy at the moment. Did I just rip that? I think it's okay. But let's just see if we can get anything for you, or for me, if I share it. If I don't, we'll see. Salutations. We are certainly received by this one. We are acknowledging her vibration, her presence with us. She often finds that we are present with her, but we are going to suggest this time that she is present with us. And we are welcoming her in to this group to be with us and to listen as we convey a message for you all. And she will endeavour to speak in order for that message to become real in your world, because without her speaking it, it would not appear in your world. And so that is how we use the function of the channeler. We are able to connect with the channeler. We are able to sync up with her in the sense of using her vocabulary, using her language, using her emotive expression in order to bring forward what we hope, with some understanding, is a positive, reaffirming life guidance message. So we are asking her to sit back and relax and acknowledge that we are the bearers of this new reality. We are going to say to her that it is pivotal that she remains in a light vibration as much as possible in order to receive the words, and she is feeling lighter and noticing a lightness around her, and it is very much, she is associating it with a dilute orange. Many of you will have the understanding of the concentrated drink, which you put in a glass and then you dilute it. And if you put a lot of concentration in the glass, you'll get less of a dilution. And if you put a drop in a glass with lots of water, you'll get an almost clear substance. And so she is feeling that there is intense clarity around her, a lightness, a clearness, a clarity. And so our drop of concentration she has received. But within that drop of concentration, there is a great frequency of, we would say, vibration, of a language, an intuition, a message. And so it is held within that, but it is allowed a freedom, it is allowed an expression, it is allowed a dilution in order to bring clarity to you. We feel, no, she feels we are confusing things. So let us get on. Yes, you are in crisis. Yes, you are feeling the world implode. And it is scary. And we recognize that. We recognize the vibration of fear. And you're all holding it to a degree. Many of you are in immediate impact. There is no boundary between you and the suffering. And many of you are further afield. But needless to say, all of you, moment to moment, have felt the scent of fear cross your passage, nasal passage. And it is right that it does, because it is a reaction that you will have to the situations that you're shown. It is natural. And it is good, because it stirs something in you. It makes you want to change the situation. It allows for protection to rise within you. It allows for a combative nature to become awakened. It allows for a demonstration of a movement towards a much more peaceful environment to occur. We are all very aware on the other side and on the other planes and in the cosmos around you and on the other planetary systems. Everyone is very much aware. Many are busy doing their own things, of course, but many are fully focused on the earth and what is happening. And there is a great degree of infiltration, you might say, but in a good way, in that we are doing our best despite the protestations of others. We are doing our best to filter in high frequency, high vibration, high loving energy in order that the negative cannot take hold. There is a great deal of ego and bombastic nature which is being shown and which is actually not beneficial to anyone, but it comes as a route to change. It comes as a route to seeing the truth of what you are ruled by, what you have agreed to be ruled by, what you have sided with. And many of these denominations are not conducive to uplifting and evolving for all you as spiritual beings. So at this time of ascension, this must happen. At this time of ascension, there must be this crisis point where you see the ridiculousness of how your world has viewed its place, of how your leaders have viewed their place, and of how you have viewed your place, and how you as a community, as a collective, have agreed upon following along and remaining ignorant to a great deal. And what you are seeing now is to open your eyes, because it is no longer relevant for you to remain ignorant. It is more relevant for you to digest what the nature of humanity, who has controlled a great portion of your planetary systems. It is important to become awake to that now. And many of you still have problem with becoming awake to that now. Many of you are locked in your own personal battles, and that can be difficult in itself. But there is room to rise in all battles, personal and global. And often one can be a reflection of the other. And what you forget is your power, what you forget is your courage, what you forget is the stamina you have because of your link with your whole self, your higher self, and your everlasting self. Nothing can stop you living. Yes, things can curtail your life force on this plane, but that does not stop you living. And so there is very much an awareness that needs to be brought through all spiritual teaching. And then you might realize that you do have nothing to lose, that there is time to go for everything you wish for. There is time to reach higher and reach for more, because this is a chance in a lifetime to exist as you are, for who you are during this period. But also it allows for that scope of freedom to an extent where you feel your freedom has been taken away. There is an idea where being in combat reduces you to a winner and loser situation. And the victim mentality can be very strong and can be used to manipulate it in many ways, as can the demonstrative leader. Can appear in a certain guise, but that can be a manipulation also. So it's very unclear for you all. It is not, you have not been told the truth. Truths have been kept from you, and as such you feel very wobbly, because what you assumed was so perhaps is not so, to the degree that you assumed it was. And so there is light at the end of the tunnel, we would say, but it is for you to be willing to be subjected to the scenarios that are occurring, because you're all witnessing it, be it up front or be it at a distance. It is all going into your feedback loop. It's all going into your reservoir of information, and you're all dealing with it to a degree in your own way that is affecting your life and your choices and your movement. And so it does not come without its reach. But part of your being here, part of your positioning, part of your introduction to warfare on a very personal level, you all thought the wars would never occur again. The big wars were gone. We'd learn from history. That's what they said, right? Well, what have you all learned? And what are you all agreeing to as a collective? And what are you all willing to stand up against? And what do you think that is? Do you have full understanding? Make sure that you're not being manipulated in all aspects. And how can you do that? You can travel inward. You can go to the deep recesses of your soul and ask for clarity and ask for guidance. Your higher self will not lead you astray. Your higher self is always you. It's the continuation of you. So when you are confused or considering a viewpoint or exclaiming your viewpoint, it is not that we say do not do that. You have freedom of expression to do so. Your role perhaps could be to do so, but not everyone will fall into this role. And so for those who are finding this overwhelming, there is another path, another learning which is available to you. Introspection. We have it on good authority that there will be a climactic end to the fighting, to the regime, to the destruction. And the infirm will find some solace in ceasefire and peaceful reconciliation. These periods of ambush will weaken defenses and share multitude of injury and disease. However, we are overseeing a wave of healing coming forward from many vibrational places to attune those suffering to a lighter energy, and through this relieve them of a great pain and suffering. You can liken this to someone who is injured and who passes over, but also there is a great deal of hope for those who choose to remain and who choose to evolve and who choose to witness and bring forward a new way of living through crisis and pain. There is opportunity for life to be lived in a better way. We are on this 24/7. We are not leaving it to chance. We are very much doing what we can. We are also up against the energy of destruction. And through fortitude and our dedication, we aim to stay the course. That is what is required. That is what we are soldiers of. And we are glad that we were able to meet with you today. And yes, it's not all good news, but we are working on it. And we hope you continue to pray for us in our role and despite it getting missed a lot of the time because your world is so vibrant and noisy and distracting, we are with you all. Do not forget that. And with that, we will let her return. Thank you. I just have Jacoby, who's my number one, coming in as well. But I'm going to keep it short, so I'm not going to go any further. But he obviously wants to connect with me, so we'll do a meditation now. Blessings to everyone. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you thought. Wasn't what I thought we would be talking about, but there you go. Important nonetheless, I'm sure. Take care of yourselves and stay in the love bubble for you and for those around you. It will help. You are helping. Take care. Thank you. Bye.